as many of us have heard this week, Ric Flair has been claiming he's been training for an in-ring return. Apparently, there's even some footage of him working out with Jay Lethal, which I have not seen. And that rumor was confirmed today. It was announced that Ric Flair will actually be returning to the ring SummerSlam weekend. I think at the StarCast convention, he's going to be in a tag team match against, get this, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I don't know where it was recently that I heard that Ricky was not in great health. He's got to be in better health than Ric Flair. I mean, when he came back and had that little mini run for a couple of months there in 2009, he looked incredible. Had that match with Jericho on pay-per-view and stuff. But Ric Flair returning to the ring, I think, is absolutely ridiculous. He is in his 70s. He was in a coma a couple of years ago. He has even said that he wants to either die in the ring or die under a woman. Yikes. And this makes me terrified. Now, Ric Flair obviously isn't going to be working a really, really heavy physical match or anything like that. This thing isn't going to be 30 minutes. He's not going to be taking any massive bumps. At least I don't think, or I hope not. He'll probably bleed and he'll probably cry. But hopefully he'll be very, very protected. I think this is idiotic, to be honest. I have no interest in Ric Flair getting in the ring. I think this is a very, very disturbed man. It's sad to see him like this, just so unwilling and unable to just relax and enjoy your career for what it was. And he just continues to party, continues to live on the road. He literally doesn't know any other way. He's like the reverse Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption, who doesn't know any other way other than prison life. He doesn't know any other way than the wild life. He can't sit on his ass and sit at home. He can't do it. He can't barbecue out in the backyard with his family, sit on the back deck with his friends and drink a beer and talk about past times. He can't do that. He's got to be out, fucking bling-blinging with rappers and shit. He's insane. And I don't think there's any reason for him to be getting in the ring and stumbling and bumbling around in there at this age. I think it's dangerous. It's I don't know what the point of it is, what it's going to solve, what type of closure it's going to give him. I have no idea. If it does go down legitimately as his last match ever, I think there's a little bit of that could be cool. Wow, he had his last match when he was 72, worked with one of his longtime opponents. But in my mind, he should have had his last match in 2008 when he ate that super kick from Shawn, and Shawn told him he loved him. That should have been it. Should have never gotten his fucking wrinkly ass in the ring again. But here we are, 2022, and this fucker is about to wrestle. So normally I'd be against this, completely against this, because Flair is fucking crazy. However, former WCW announcer and current douchebag fuckface Chris Cruz, who has already made a huge stink about an AEW event a couple years ago in Maryland, has now made it his personal mission to block Ric Flair from getting in the ring because for some reason, Chris Cruz, who everybody forgot about, nobody gives a shit about, has a huge problem with shit that's going on in wrestling. This invisible old jackoff who apparently is just bitter and angry about everything. And he's like Phil Mushnick, just won't shut the fuck up ever. So now he has a huge problem with Ric Flair getting in the ring, as do I. But I hate Chris Cruz so bad that not only do I want Ric Flair to wrestle, I want him to wrestle in an Iron Man match. I want him to win the match with a top rope Canadian destroyer. Fuck you, Chris Cruz. So I hate that guy. So just based on the fact that Chris Cruz is against this makes me for it. You know what I mean? If you're watching Chris Cruz, fuck you, you fucking prick.